Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these swatches for the seam samples. So with pattern A, we're going to use this to cut 14 times. Now, if we keep the fabric folded, we will only have to cut 7 times. So that is going to be my goal. Now, for the grain line activity, we wanted the selvage. Now we do not. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off as neatly and as straight as possible. Okay, I'm then gonna fold my fabric in half with right sides together because it's gonna be easier to mark and actually see on the wrong side of the fabric. So the fabric is not perfectly square, which is okay, but when we are cutting, we want to make this as accurate as possible. So I might go ahead, where this is excess, I'm going to go ahead and just cut a straight line and get rid of that. Now let me see how well that matches my pattern. Okay, so part of it is a little small, part of it is a little big. I'm going to just fold this in half, kind of adjust this to size. Okay. So this is going to take a minute for you guys. I will try to do a speed lapse and speed this process up so it is not so daunting to watch. However, sometimes I think it can be pretty discouraging when you see somebody complete a task in 30 seconds and it takes you several minutes to actually do it. So I don't mind that this is actually showing you how long this actually takes. So this one, in order to get a straight line, I'm going to just draw a straight line here. Okay, I could also pin my piece as well. So because we are doing seam samples, I'm not as worried about straight of the grain. So I have my piece. I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut it in half. So I got 2. These I would throw away, but this one I would keep as a scrap fabric. So I'm going to kind of have 3 different piles for myself. Alrighty, I'm going to now take my pattern. I'm going to see how I can get the most fabric out of this. I can get 2 here, or I could go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it this way so I am able to get 3 or 6 out of this. So remember, we need 14 total, so we already have 2. So we will need to be able to do this 6 more times in order to get our full 14 samples. Okay. So if you think you shorted your pattern and are worried about your pattern being accurate, you are welcome to cut another one. It is 3 inches by 4 inches, or just measure this out and cut 4 by 3 inch squares. You guys are going to see in the videos probably that I'm going to be in different outfits. I am definitely not going to be doing this all in one day. Okay, so I have my sections now. I'm going to lay these on top of each other, double check my sizes, and then see where I can cut them down. So I'm going to pin this on here, taking care to pin to the corner so I can really make sure I get a straight and accurate cut. So right there, I have a crease there, so I'm going to go ahead and slide my scissors through and just cut that across and apart. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 now. I'm gonna lay this on here, get the other 2 cut. Right, a 5. This one, there is a decent amount to cut off still. I'm gonna really make sure I pin this so it is easier. To cut through all of those thick layers. My pattern's kind of mangled, but that is completely fine. So now, if we look, I have all 7 sets ready to go. It is a good idea to leave them like this because we are always going to be sewing 2 pieces together. So just keep them in your cubby like this. I would recommend kind of staggering them when you stack them. That way they are ready to go. So that is how you cut your samples.